Motivation. As winter sets in, it can often be difficult to find the motivation to go out and ride your bike. But in this video, I want to have a look at those things that influence good motivation and those things that actively get in the way of your motivation or inhibit you. Coming up. In this video, I'm considering some of the good and bad factors that drive or break your motivation. I'm trying some of my own suggestions today by mixing up my ride with some off-road, some new tracks, and to check out a new destination, Dolly's Cafe in Coltishall, as my reward. Good motivation to ride your bike may be found in the following reasons. Maybe you want to ride your bike to help you lose weight or keep fit. Maybe you're training for something, possibly a cycle event in the future that you want to complete in a specific time. Maybe your ride provides you with a chance to clear your head and improve your mental well-being. Or it could be that you just have fun riding your bike.
Motivation is like a bridge linking you to your desires. It is defined as a reason or reasons for acting or behaving in a particular way, and it results from the interaction of both conscious and unconscious factors. Let's spend a moment to reflect upon the nature of what constitutes your motivation.
Now, whatever it is that promotes your cycling, you'll notice that it usually involves some form of objective or goal. Goal setting is an excellent motivator.
As a metaphor, goals are like destinations, and they help steer and give us directions. A clear goal will act like a signpost, directing you to your desired result. But sometimes the paths of life don't always appear clear. Sometimes we lose our way. Or the path to our goal seems just too far away to be achievable, and we lose sight of it. When choosing your cycling goals, be specific and realistic. Plan your route to your goals and understand that there will be tough times along the journey. Obstacles and puddles.
Goals give purpose and meaning to whatever we do, and some goals are really clear and obvious, like ride 300 kilometres in a month. But sometimes, on a daily basis, the specific goal of a ride might be more obscure. Obscurity might be because you're riding as part of achieving a bigger goal. For example, in order to improve your overall power, which might take you several months,
your bigger goal.
The objective of a particular ride might be to complete a set of simple hill repeats. A smaller goal on the way to improving your overall power. Whatever your cycling objective is a good idea to write it down and share it with friends and family. That way the goal becomes more solid and people around you can better support or accommodate your endeavours. A written goal is more difficult to lose sight of, and a shared goal more difficult to break. These positive types of motivational factor can be reinforced with a little bit of thought and planning. They're positive influences, and I call them drivers because they drive you to achieve your goal. Or not in this case. Dolly's bakery closed. Oh, Prior preparation prevents poor performance. Fail to prepare, prepare to fail. I should have checked. But unfortunately, there are many other things in life which conspire to thwart your rides. These things are part of life, I suppose, but they can have a very detrimental effect on your motivation. These factors have negative influences. I call them breakers because they have a braking effect on you achieving your goals. Identifying these enemies or breakers may be more beneficial to your motivation than you think. Once you target what it is that stops you from riding, you can then work on trying to combat them with good countermeasures. Here are 4 common breakers that might reduce your motivation or even prohibit you entirely from going out and riding your bike. The first is weather. Cold, wet and dark. If the weather in winter stops you from riding, you could try to overcome this hurdle by investing in some good quality winter clothing. Gloves, rain jacket, base layers and overboots will better protect you from the elements. Use the weather forecast to your advantage. Try to look for windows of opportunity when the weather is better and then plan your rides around that. And you could better prepare your bike by winterizing it. Get some mud guards and lubricate that chain. You could also invest in some knobbly or more puncture resistant tyres. If it's the dark nights that are a problem, invest in some good quality lights to light up your evening rides. Anything to help you prepare and make you feel more comfortable on your winter rides. For further clothing ideas and winterizing your bike, check out my other videos on these topics. And look at that, as if on cue, the sun's coming out, the clouds are lifting, and it's looking like quite a nice day. The second breaker is dangerous roads. Dangerous roads could be putting you off riding your bike. If this is the case, then consider finding some quieter lanes or perhaps even going off-road. Switch from your road bike to a mountain or gravel bike. This has the benefit of introducing you to new environments and will stimulate your curiosity. Time. There's never enough time to ride my bike. The lack of time is a very common breaker. Try to prioritise your ride. It's important to you and needs to be recognised. Put it in your diary. Make time for your rides. You and others need to know how important your rides are to your health and wellness, so don't sideline it. One way to increase your time riding is to commute to work. This way you can ride regularly and perhaps save some money on fuel. The last common breaker is boredom. I'm bored with the same old routes. You just get bored riding the same old routes and somehow riding has just lost some of its fun. If this is the case, then try something new. New routes, new activities, new destinations. Or consider joining a club. You'll definitely find some new routes and inspiration there. You could consider taking up bike packing or enter an event like a long order. Find a friend or support buddy who'll ride with you and share your enthusiasm. Perhaps buy yourself a new bit of kit or find a new cafe to sample. But above all, make sure you reward yourself. You've earned it. So that's not an exhaustive list. That's just the main obstacles that I've come across over the years that try to get in the way of me riding my bike. So what I'm saying is, try and identify those drivers that inspire you, and on the other hand, try and identify your breakers. That's those things that inhibit or get in the way of your motivation, because that way you can try and formulate a plan to overcome them. With a combined approach of trying to find your drivers and your breakers, hopefully you'll find a way through to motivate yourself to get out and ride more. So that's it. In summary, try and find those things that motivate you to go out and ride. But more importantly, perhaps, is find those things that are blocking you or prohibiting you from going out and enjoying your bicycle. I hope that this video has inspired you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and until the next time, stay motivated.